We all strive for some sense of control. We want to avoid uncertainty and know that what is happening to us is something we can manipulate and control. But this idea that things can be in our control may be nothing more than an illusion, a trick that our brain plays on us. That's what we'll talk about in this video, but before we do, make sure to subscribe onto this channel so we can continue to feed you nuggets of gold on brain and behavior. So, what is the illusion of control bias? It is when we overestimate our ability to control events and outcomes that are inherently uncertain or inevitably influenced by external factors. First introduced by psychologist Alan Langer in the 1970s, studies found that people often exhibit a distorted sense of control over situations that are actually governed by chance. One of these popular studies by Langer had participants do a gambling activity where they could choose their bets after flipping a coin. The results found that the participants felt more in control when they could choose their bet before the coin flip. They exhibited that inflated sense of control, although the outcome and the chance of it going to the flip that they predicted was purely random. In another study by Preston Piquet and Banassi, the participants were asked to predict the outcome of a roulette wheel and place bets accordingly. Results confirmed the presence of an illusion of control bias across a variety of situations and tasks. And the researchers found that the participants consistently overestimated their ability to predict outcomes and placed higher bets based on their perceived control. Now, this isn't just in gambling activities like betting. We see the illusion of control in our lives all the time. Even superstitious beliefs or routines that we partake in regularly for some sport or some sort of performance-based routine is a type of illusion of control bias. For instance, let's say you're an athlete and you follow a strict, specific routine in the morning as a sort of ritual to help you get started, and with the belief that doing so will actually allow you to perform better. Although it might be nice for yourself mentally and almost serve as a placebo effect, there is no guarantee that that routine is actually leading to a better performance. There are even people that avoid flying on a plane altogether despite driving regularly. They believe that flying is out of their own control, feeling safer that they have their own hands on the wheel when it comes to driving. This belief in itself doesn't actually make sense, considering that there is statistical evidence showing that more deaths occur from driving than they're flying. So then why is it that this bias even does occur? Well, there are a couple of reasons for this. For one, people naturally want to feel in control of their lives and influence their surroundings. A study done in 2021 reported that the desire for self-control was associated with a fear of failure. Then there is also the desire to avoid uncertainty and anxiety altogether. We don't know what's going to happen in our lives. We begin to have a lack of confidence for what's to come, and so we feel uncertain. It's this uncertainty that inevitably leads to anxiety. And no one likes to feel perpetually anxious, and so to avoid this altogether, we delude ourselves into thinking we have some control over the things that may really be up to chance. Then there's the added reason of overestimation in our abilities. There are other cognitive biases at play here, from the overconfidence effect to the Dunning-Kruger effect, which occurs when we overestimate our knowledge or abilities, leading to poor decision-making. While I'm not stating that you should abandon your beliefs entirely and just assume that nothing is in your control and everything is bad, it is worth noting that this sense of control that you feel like you have, this illusion of it, is actually something that can lead to poor decision-making. It can lead to unrealistic expectations and disappointment. It can undermine the ability to assess risks accurately, and it can also undermine the ability to analyze risks objectively. So not everything is so doom and gloom though. Knowing about this bias helps you open your eyes a bit wider and begin to make efforts to change. Understanding that certain outcomes are beyond our control and influenced by chance can be liberating, especially for control freaks. Accepting uncertainty can almost take away the power it has over us as we embrace chance. You can also learn to develop a mindset that prioritizes learning and improvement over control. Continuous learning, adaptation, and a readiness to any situation can improve any outcome of your life as a whole. So instead of feeling like we have control over every situation, knowing we don't actually have the control may make you more willing to manage risks and plan better. Ultimately, the bias is just a reality check that certain things in life are just a game of chance. Not everything is within our control. Waking up to this illusion allows us to navigate our life with a little bit more greater awareness, a bit more humility, and a tad more adaptability. So embrace your opportunities for growth and make peace with this inherent truth that everything in the world, or at least to some degree, is relatively unpredictable, and you can't control everything. If you've liked videos like this, make sure to subscribe to this channel, watch the video on the left for some more cognitive biases, hit that playlist on the right if you want to get a list of all the different cognitive biases we talk about, and once again, subscribe so we can continue to feed you nuggets of knowledge on gold and behavior.